upgraded. I got a new device.
About fucking time. Working with that fucking 1997 Razor phone.
That shit was tight.
Yeah, Razor phones were all the rage. Everybody wanted one.
You know, what's so funny is that's the only razor I use.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I wouldn't mind using a razor. Fucking hot bath.
Need a toaster.
Toaster wasn't part of the Alexa. Alexa, make me toast. Sling some jam on that bitch. Do you call it? Do you have an Alexa? No, I would imagine that you don't have an Alexa.
I don't.
You don't even say your husband's name on the fucking podcast.
Listen, I say a lot of stuff.
and you use a fucking pager. You don't even have a cell phone. I gotta fucking page you.
This
You gotta
is
look
true.
for a bank of payphones.
Yeah, and you can't find any. Can't find a payphone.
Do you
Listen,
have a
off the
Bank
grid.
of payphones.
I watch The Wire a lot, so off the grid.
Even the wire is outdated.
Yeah, I know, but it's
You don't even
so
have your
good.
name posted on Zoom.
Nope. I'm just period.
How do you have two fucking podcast shows and still don't
Get my
No.
life together?
and still like hide your identity? You can't hide your
I
identity.
don't hide my
anymore.
identity.
You-
Everybody knows
I don't even
who I am.
I've known you for fucking 20 plus years and we don't even I'm not even, I have to I wrote your address down somewhere and you said just send it to my PO box.
Yeah, because
More like
sometime
a
I'll go to
fucking
the post
PU
office.
box.
Well, that actually
I'm sorry.
tracks better.
It's just been a weekend.
Yeah, you are spicy as fuck.
I'm gonna be spicy in this show. It's a spice show.
Do you have hemorrhoids?
No.
Okay.
I
I was wondering if that was
surprising-
contributing to your
surprisingly.
bullshit this morning.
I'm surprised I don't have hemorrhoids. I have a fucking brain hemorrhage, though. Hello and welcome to another episode of In a Pickle, this show dedicated to the less glamorous side of sports. I'm your host, Dave Houghton, and with me, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Fucking listen. I'm only doing this because we're contractually obligated to never miss
One
a week.
another.
One another, yes. If it was up to me, I didn't even say a little witty thing.
Because you're dead on the inside, outside, and all around the sides.
All over the place. It's terrible. How are you, Sarah? It's good to see you.
I'm alive. How are you? It's good to see you.
I don't think I'm alive.
Oh.
Yeah. I had to deal with plastic patties all weekend. And the weekend for St. Patty's Day starts on fucking Thursday.
Thursday.
And it just doesn't stop. And
Yeah.
what kind of specials do you have? Me, I'm special. Fuck off.
Special needs.
Yeah. I'm like, come on. St. Patrick's Day. What do you mean, Jameson? It's $12. It's St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, do you know how the economy works?
Mm-hmm.
Things that people want are going to be pricey.
True story. The good things are expensive.
Yeah. You want whiskey? I'll throw up in a cup right now. How's that? And I'll charge you $5.
I'm pissed in a cup and fucking
Piss in a
$1.50.
dollar. No, fuck that. $5 for my piss.
Eh.
Ain't nothing. Now, listen.
I pee a lot.
If you're coming into... yeah. So then we'll have backup bottles. And we'll never run out. I made some bullshit green shot that everybody drank. And they're like, oh, that's really citrusy. Yeah. Because it's bullshit in a bottle. And I'm selling it to you for $6. And it's green. And you like it.
Yeah.
The people who complained about the shot be like, oh, wow, that's really citrusy. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, all right, we'll take 3 more. You. Jerk off.
Idiots.
But Sarah, we are back here for another episode of In a Pickle. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode.
Yeah,
And
if you've gotten this far and stuck
you've
with
gotten
us.
this far and you want to see how salty things get, you've come to the right place.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. Thank you so much, though. Quite the week in sports. There was that whole thing. I don't know if you saw it, but that dude who, oh God, it's going to be a hard day for names, but he's going out. He's suing ESPN for defamation of character and because of that Brett Favre documentary that came out,
Oh,
and they posted that whole thing.
interesting.
Um, Michael Strahan broke his record, and
Mm-hmm.
Brett Favre took the dive,
Yeah.
and he went after Brett Favre, and now he's suing. So I hope he wins. I hope Brett Favre has to pay him, and because then
Well,
Brett Favre will just bankrupt another
no,
school
the
or
state.
state. Him and Kurt Schilling will run for president and vice president, and that's what we got here. So we got some rewinds.
No, we
Uh
gotta talk about Tracy Morgan real quick.
oh
Delaying
yeah,
the
is he
Knicks game.
okay?
I
There's
don't
some medical
know.
happened, right? Because he had a nosebleed, and then Tracy Morgan isn't like the get fucking. He's not what he used to be. He's not like the get
Yeah.
super drunk and go crazy anymore. Ever since his accident when he got ran over by that Walmart truck, I mean,
He's not
he's
the
not like
same.
that party animal anymore. I know he's
Yeah.
got the diabetes, but
Maybe it was his diabetes that was making him
I mean,
act a
he's
fool.
throwing up and his nose is bleeding. Unless that
Yeah,
dude's
who
fucking
knows?
partying, but
Dude.
he was with his like one other guy. He
Yeah.
wasn't with like the boys.
No, he was with one person sitting courtside at the Knicks game
Yeah,
and
that's so
just threw up
embarrassing
all over
too.
the court.
Like not
Uh,
just like for him, but like that's embarrassing for anybody. Like
yeah, that's
especially like
it.
you're sitting
You're courtside.
courtside. Oh,
Courtside.
poor bastard. I feel for him.
Courtside. Yeah, so they delayed the game and yeah, that's is what it
Yeah.
is.
Nosebleed, had to be taken off in a wheelchair, throwing up all over the court. I mean, I know the Knicks suck, but like, you know, oh, I hope he's all right because I love me some Tracy Morgan.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now we can go into the rewinds.
yeah. Stay safe out there, Morgan. Tracy Morgan. Not Morgan, my wife's cousin, who listens to the show. But shout out to Morgan too. Yeah, all right. So we got rewinds. Tampa Bay, man, they got some problems with their
Meow,
stadium,
meow.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this will be interesting.
yeah.
They're gonna move. I have a feeling they'll
So
move.
Tampa Bay, what the hell is
So yeah,
doing?
remember this is going back when last summer, spring, fall, whenever the hurricanes hit that area
Yeah,
of Tampa. So I'm
yeah.
like summer, spring, fall. I have no concept of time at this point. So the Trop took a beating, like a crazy freaking beating.
I mean, the stadium is a shithole, anyways. Even when it was, even when it had a roof. And after we tell this story, I'll tell you a funny story that I heard this weekend. But
But yeah, and remember they were supposed to use that as the place for evacuators to go, and
yeah,
that didn't work. And
and then the roof just fucking ripped off because it's made out of paper
it's
towels.
yeah, I was gonna say it's not even Bounty; it's like dollar store paper towels.
Yeah, Dollar General
So
paper towels.
yeah,
Shout out to Dollar General.
the conversations were that they were going to attempt to build a new stadium. Well, the St. Petersburg plans for that have been scrapped, and the team has now announced that they are shifting their focus to restoring the Tropicana Fields for the 2026 season.
But also, didn't the Rob Manfred come out and say that he wants Tampa Bay owners to sell so they can move the team?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was going to happen, was that they were going to end up moving the team,
I mean,
but here
shit,
we are.
they're playing at the Yankee spring
Yeah,
training
the
facility, right?
Steinbrenner
They
Field.
haven't even
Yeah.
sold that out yet. It's only like
No,
I think 5 to 7,000 seats,
it's
and
crazy.
they can't even sell that out. So I mean, there's got to be a point in your life where like if you own something
You're
like
just
this and
done.
you're like, I'm losing way too much money, time, and effort into any of this. Like, let's fucking
Yeah.
get rid of it. Move, sell the team, let them move them up back to Montreal. or let them move up to Montreal. Get the Montreal Expos back, and
Holla.
let's go. Like, what are we
Let's
doing?
go. Let's go. I'm
It's
fucking
been
on
a,
board.
a historic loss of a team. Like they've made it. I believe they made it to one World Series. If my brain is calculating,
Yeah.
they haven't.
The
Obviously, they haven't
90s
won. Yeah,
wasn't the 90s.
but like they've been in a historically bad team. Nobody in Tampa gives a shit about them, and it's just it's just a loss. I understand what they were doing. My chair is low. I don't know if you can see
What
this.
happened there? What just happened?
My chair just thought I hit my leg hit the that little
And you
button
just
on the
went,
side, and it was like I was like
yeah.
a little boy doing a podcast. Hello, I like baseball. Um, I don't know where I was going with this. Anyways, so there was this dude from Tampa that came into the bar this weekend, and we were talking about baseball and shit. And he doesn't give a shit about the Rays. He's a Cleveland Indians fan, the Guardians
Guardians.
fan. Thank you. And he said that his wife called him up the other day, and she was driving on the highway, and there's still a piece of the roof that is attached to some road sign, and she's like, "I should pull over and grab this sign so we can have a, or grab the roof so we can have a piece of the roof." I was like, "Fuck yeah, you should. I'll buy a piece of that roof." I was like, "You start cutting that up and selling it on eBay, pieces of the trop roof. I'd put one of those behind me right here in my man
Just give
cave."
it to you could sell it to fanatics and they'll just put it
Yeah, they'll put
make
it
a
in a
put
fucking
it a
shitty
card.
card.
Be like authentic
Yeah, you put
Tropicana
the
roof.
fucking the Devil Rays mascot or the Rays mascot with the piece of the trop roof. You sell 500 of them, you'll make a profit. I'd buy that shit. You kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Piece of the
Get
roof?
it?
Ah,
Yeah. So what I'm assuming here is that they were supposed to the Tampa Bay Rays, the ownership, they were supposed to come up with $700 million to contribute towards this project so
yeah,
that then the rest of the city could assist in funding. I'm guessing with all the things that are going on within that organization, they could not,
right,
because I mean, we know that Wander is not getting paid.
right. I mean, your biggest
We know
star,
that, but
the only one that was getting asses in the seats is now getting ass in, or
yes,
is about to
is
get ass in prison.
yeah. So it's something where, but at the same time, like, have they stopped paying him? Like, we just know, like, the black and whites is what they try to tell us, but we don't know the
Right.
realistic aspect of things where they could have found a loophole to still pay him because who knows? They might be trying to still get him, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just shut it down. Shut it down.
Yeah.
Let's move it
Like I
along.
said, there's got to be a point in time where you got to stop taking that beating
Shut it down.
and then just move on. Like
Shut it down.
plenty of people want the team. Granted, like now there's a team in Vegas, but like there's Nashville. They've been looking to do a team in Nashville. They've been looking to do a team. They've been talking about a team in Montreal. Remember when there was this plan to split the season between Montreal and Tampa?
Yes,
You
there
know,
was a plan.
and I guess St. Petersburg is a better place than it was 20 years ago. When I went there 20 years ago, St. Pete's was a shithole.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like now it's actually a cool place to visit. But that same guy that I was talking to this weekend, he's like, I'd rather go to the bar next to the stadium to watch the Rays game than go to the stadium.
Because
So
it's how
not even the
shitty
people
it
in
is.
Tampa like enjoy the stadium. I mean, it's a shit
Right.
stadium. It was a shit
Right.
stadium 20 years ago, and I can't imagine it's gotten any better. And the fact that like you know we're gonna start getting into the rainy season in Florida, and the Trop doesn't have a drainage system, and it's just gonna
Right.
build up with all this raw sewage and water and
Nice.
bullshit. It's gonna look like a toilet. So instead of calling it the Trop, you can call it the bowl.
It's gonna
You
be
know?
like Boston after the St. Patty's Day weekend.
Also, what is the price difference? I know it's a lot, but like if you just tear down the Trop, if you're playing somewhere else right now for the next season while they fix the roof, and the roof is X amount of millions of hundreds of millions of dollars, what the fuck's the price difference if you just tear down the Trop and rebuild on top of that
Well,
land?
the problem is if you have businesses and residential buildings around it, you have to have a, a the licensing for demo first and foremost, so that's a cost. And then depending upon your space, the restrictions of trying to build upon it is also difficult if you have things that are in that area. You have so much shit to think about. You have to have environmental inspections come in and make sure that there wasn't actually asbestos going into the atmosphere. And there's a whole lot
Yeah,
behind it. So, yeah. And it's also one of those too, is probably St. Petersburg's like, yeah, we're
they
just all
probably
set.
don't even want the
We
stadium
don't
anymore.
even want it here. Like we're done.
It's not that that's not bringing anybody
Right. It's
to
not
St. Pete's.
boosting the tourism
Yeah.
at
It's
all.
probably
So,
actually hurting the tourism,
correct. It's
you know.
time to just shut it down and
But if
move
you're gonna
along.
build a new stadium for Tampa for the Rays, you might as well just make it a 7,000 seated arena or
Just, you know
stadium
what to
because no
do,
one's
and
gonna go.
this is what I'm going to say. If you have a local college or a local high school, invest in one of their fields,
Hmm.
right? And do like a donation to the program,
Right.
build it up and use the fields. Like, why not do that for a college? Because you're in a situation where you don't know what the future of your organization is going to be, why not invest and donate, give you as an owner a good name and a good light doing this for a school,
Yeah.
play there, see what you can generate for revenue through that,
Right.
and then go off and
That's a great idea.
live your
I mean,
life.
Tampa University's right there, you
It's
know?
just, rather than now you're renting out the Steinbrenner field and that
Right.
money's going to the Yankees, how does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's a
you
good
know?
shit. I didn't even think that's actually a really good point. You're just paying money to the Yankees who are just gonna
Correct.
annihilate even though the Yankees season is not looking too splendid. I mean, they're still gonna make money. I mean,
Correct.
they were gonna make money even if
And
they're
they're
last place.
and the fact that they're making money off of you, Tampa,
Yeah.
off of you. Like you're
Yeah.
contributing to the problem. Why not do some good?
Every time the Yankees beat the Devil Rays, oh, I keep calling it the Devil Rays.
I
That's
still do it
my
too.
brain's in
It's
'93.
yeah,
It's yeah. Every time the Yankees beat the Rays, it's going to be a double beating, especially if they win it in Tampa. So,
right?
all
Yikes.
right, let's move over to
Let's
the
continue
Mahomes
on.
family.
Oh my gosh. So this is kind of a rewind, but not a rewind, but I
Yeah.
had to add this because this had me chuckling up. So every week we are full on discussing Patrick Mahomes Sr. He is
At this
like,
point, we should just do a Mahomes podcast.
this is where we're at.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, so now that the fight with John Rocker is squashed, he has asked the Smith County, Texas court for permission to travel to Minnesota for April 12th to the 13th so that he can sign some autographs at a sports card show in St. Paul.
Wow, what a shit card show that must be.
So, as of now, the judge has not signed it, but he says that he will follow the rules and regulations of his probation and take a urine test on the day he gets back, which is April 14th. I was
Nice.
laughing. The
Nice.
price The price for his autographs and pictures range from $10 to $15. So he's gonna have to be signing a lot of shit and taking a lot of pictures to try to make up for what would have been the money he would have got for the John Rocker fight, which was a payday of $85,000.
Wow.
$85,000. Yeah.
That's a lot of signatures to make up.
Correct. And if you want more information about this card show, you can go to cardshowmn.com.
No, don't
And
don't bother.
and the funny thing is that the card show marketing people or whatever are already like they've posted flyers and done all this stuff already, like trying to be very confident that he's going to show up. Yet the judge has still not signed off on it.
I would feel like even if the judge did sign off on this, Mahomes Senior is probably gonna fuck it up and get drunk on the
Somehow.
airplane or something.
Yeah,
You know.
somehow.
Speaking of urine test, are you on eBay yet? Are you trying to buy Marshawn Lynch's piss test results from when he failed the marijuana test?
I don't, is it on eBay? I thought it was Leland that was
Nah,
selling it.
it's probably one of
I
those
think it was Leland,
premier
Leland
auction
Auctions.
sites.
And the auction ended Saturday, I believe.
Ah, damn it. Were you outbidded?
Or it's going to auction this week and end Saturday. I know it was ending on a Saturday,
I
but
wonder how much a
how?
piss test is.
So
When I
it
first
was,
read that, I thought they were going to sell like a little vial of piss,
that would have been
but it's
hilarious
just
too.
the paperwork that
It's
says
just, yeah, the
failed. I
paperwork from the NFL saying that he had marijuana in his
All the
urine.
money I made this weekend, I would buy a vial of piss for Marshawn Lynch. I'd spend it on that. Diane
Yeah,
would be pissed, like
yeah,
literally pissed.
not, yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, Mo Vaughn's on the couch, and now you got fucking.
yeah, I got Mo's crashing on my couch, and I got Marshawn Lynch's piss in a vial.
Yeah,
But how cool
going
would
right
that
there.
be?
I
What
don't
is that
know.
vial of yellow orangey liquid? It's Marshawn Lynch's piss, baby.
Imagine if he just pisses like Skittles
Skittle,
colors.
it's all
Yeah,
rainbow.
yeah, it's a rainbow.
How do you not taste that rainbow? You get a vial of rainbow piss comes to your house, you have to taste that rainbow.
What
You just
is
be like,
this? Marshall Lynch's piss,
gets
baby.
fucking super high from it too. Woo,
Oh my God. Just
girl.
even smelling that, that's a contact high, I would assume.
Whoa, man.
Taste the rainbow gives it a whole
Oh,
new meaning.
that's great.
Yeah, the starting bid for that was like $300.
That's it.
Yeah. For
Oh,
the
I'm sorry. We're
because
still,
it's
we're still, we're still not talking about a vial of piss. I'm sorry.
no,
We're
we're
talking
talking
about a piece
about
of
the
paper.
letter.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the letter from the NFL saying that he,
I'm
yeah.
fucking losing it.
Okay,
Oh my
his
God.
piss would probably go for more
Three
than
hundred and
that.
twenty-five dollars.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
it really is Skittles piss. I
How
say
much for the
five.
car with no tire and just the rim on the curb? Ugh. Do you think if he did an autograph signing and I printed out that picture, he would sign it?
The mugshot?
No. Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
mugshot, but the picture of him passed out behind the
Oh
wheel
my God.
with the tire
I mean, how
gone.
could he not? Like, he has a sense of humor.
Yeah, that's true.
He has a really
Yeah.
great sense of humor.
I
So
would
I
totally
don't,
get the mugshot autograph too.
yeah, the mugshot is my favorite.
Oof, man.
It that
Did
is
you ever
hands
finish
down.
that shirt? You got
I
to
don't
quit your job
remember.
so you could
I
just stop
do.
making shirts
I have
again.
to get back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a mess.
Yeah. IAPradio.com. Go to our merch store and check out some of our shit. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I'm
All
slacking.
right, let's get in the news. I'm dying to go take a nap, and I know it's
Okay, well
only.
then stop
I can't
filibustering
help it.
and
I
let's
miss
go.
talking to you and about
Um,
sports. You know, you got a new job. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to say that on the podcast
yeah.
because you're so secretive. You don't even let Alexa into your house. But like, I want to talk. And plus, I'm just like I'm out of it. You know, I have some kind of deficiency in my brain.
Yeah, some kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but that's every episode.
I was gonna
So,
say that's no different from any other day. Yes, let's get into the news. Let's talk about this ridiculousness that is Deshaun Watson.
all right. So when this came out, when this first rolled across the news screen, I thought he may have asked one of the rub and tug girls for their hand in marriage, only to avoid any kind of like more lawsuits.
Yeah.
And then when I found out that it was
A longtime
a
girlfriend?
longtime girlfriend, and I'm like, okay,
Uh,
this reminds me of what you wrote down, but I'll let you break this one. So go for it.
right? So, Deshaun Watson had purchased an engagement ring for his longtime girlfriend, Jilly Aeneas. Uh,
I read that as anus, by the way.
of course you did.
Yes.
Um, The
Oh,
di
don't fucking act like you're innocent. You laugh at everything. Every time I edit one of the GMT shows, you're like, "Oh, penis."
I'm just talking about I'm such a proper lady. I don't
Oh, get out of here.
swear. I don't.
All right, so how much was this ring and how big was it
Okay,
that he bought
okay.
Jillian Anus?
Well, if you it's a so the diamond is called the Glory Treasure and
Oh
holds
God, the glory hole treasure.
yeah, you know a bit about the glory holes.
How do you think I
It
make my money?
holds true story. It holds over 20 carats. It's an 18 carat white gold like ring and is worth $2.5 million
That's a
dollars.
lot of vegetables right there.
Yes, and because of our sports mind and moments that happen, history has a tendency to repeat itself, and this took me back to when Kobe went through all those sexual assault allegations and then bought his wife some new bling.
Oh my God. Do you remember when Vanessa came to the stage with him and she had a pink diamond the size of my fucking head?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
I
shit.
remember. It's ingrained in my brain. And
Yeah.
that's what this moment here is reminding me of, is that moment there.
The only difference between him and Kobe, though, is
One's
Kobe.
alive.
Well, okay, there's multiple differences between
Sorry.
Deshaun Watson and Kobe. Kobe works for his or worked for
For
his
his
money.
money.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is just stealing money from Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't
I
even think he's
mean,
played a full season yet.
we do need to go down that Kobe loophole, the Kobe rabbit hole, but that'll be a
The one
different.
where the big pharma killed him.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We will have a conspiracy. We had a lot of. Did we have a conspiracy month? Yeah, we did.
We had a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all
We're
the different
due.
leagues.
We're
We
due
should go
for
back
another
to the
one.
conspiracy. We'll deep dive into
We're
a
very
good.
due.
We'll do like one conspiracy show though. Like we'll deep dive into sports
Yeah.
conspiracies. We won't go like
There's
week to week.
yeah.
But that's a good one. That's a fun one. Stay
It's a
tuned.
fun one.
IAPradio.com for our conspiracy episode coming up one day.
Someday
Yeah, stay
when we
tuned. Woo!
listen
Wow,
each week, you'll be a surprise.
$2.5 million for this ring, huh?
2.5
That's
million.
yeah.
This is definitely like, sorry I embarrassed you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm
Sorry.
sorry that there's 50 some odd women saying that I sexually assaulted them at a rub and tug.
Sorry.
Yeah. I wonder if she has to take that ring. I wonder if she performs the rub and tugs too. Um,
No, her hands were really nice.
yeah.
Looked
Well, he's
soft.
probably like, I probably spent double this at these massage parlors, so I might as well just buy a $2.5 million ring. Plus, I'm getting so much money from Cleveland and not having to do anything, so why not?
Why not?
You know?
Fuck 'em.
So,
Well, this one was hilarious that I came across yesterday. Um, it has been reported that Tiger Woods is dating Vanessa Trump, who is Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife.
Vanessa Trump.
So, Donald Trump Jr., his
Oh,
ex-wife, they got
Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife.
Junior,
Oh, okay. Oh,
Junior,
oh, I get it
Junior,
now. Okay.
Junior.
Is she the one that looks like she has a dick? Oh no, that might be his
I
current
don't know.
wife.
I feel like they all might have one.
Donald, I'm gonna Google it. You carry on. I'm gonna
All right.
look up Vanessa.
So their children attend the Benjamin School together in Florida and have promising careers on the
Oh,
golf course.
she's not bad looking.
No,
Oh,
she's the
he's definitely got a fetish, huh? Blonde women.
he's got something. Um,
What do you call it? Not a fetish. A kink? No, it's not a kink.
a
A
type.
type. Thank you.
There you go.
Whoa, I'm gonna shut my mic off for the rest of this
There you
show.
go.
Yeah.
So we already know from history, like Tiger Woods and Trump Senior,
Yeah.
have been friendly-ish over the years. They've played golf together, whatever. But the thing that made me laugh in my brain was imagine that you have your father is throwing a party, right?
Uh-huh.
And your ex-wife shows up with like one of the greatest golfers of all time.
You don't think Trump's getting a little chub on that one?
Oh, you know he is.
Oh,
And you know the whole time that he's going to his son, whose ex-wife is now dating one of the goats,
right.
going, Tag is so great. He's
Oh
huge.
yeah. Nice
Amazing.
guy, good
Yeah,
guy,
good guy, good
good guy, good
guy.
golfer, plays golf, good golf, loves
And
golf.
then you just see Donald Jr. sticking his hand in his pocket, getting a little bit of the white powder and putting it on his gums like he
For
constantly
for
does.
anybody out there, if you look up a picture of Donald Trump Jr.'s current partner, tell me that this lady doesn't have a dick.
I could see it.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you,
I
have you seen this picture? I'm going to show you this picture, and you tell me what you think about this woman.
Oof. That's a woman? Why does that look like Caitlyn Jenner?
It looks like
Looks like
Caitlyn
Caitlyn
Jenner's.
Jenner.
Wait, is that Caitlyn? Oh, Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What's the daughter's name? Kylie. Oh my God, we're not talking about the fucking
No.
Kardashians again, Sarah. Stop it.
Well,
Stop
it's
it.
well, yeah.
Stop
So
it.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
all
that's
the
good.
all the
Trump's
rep
sleeping at the White House.
yes. So
Yeah.
we have all
I
like
mean,
every we,
Tiger Woods is sleeping at the White House. Trump sleeps at the White House. He lives there.
does he though?
Yeah.
Um,
Lives on a golf course. I live on this 19th hole. Great clubhouse. Good clubhouse.
got a tent there.
A lot of nice immigrants work the kitchen. Not deported.
I keep losing my train of
I'm
thought.
sorry. This is all that's going to happen. I'm running on
Oh,
empty.
r running on
I'm like that. Is that
empty,
Bob
running
Seger?
low, running
Who
high.
sings? Who sings that? Is that Bob Seger?
That is not Bob Seger. Um,
Oh.
that is wow. Why can't I?
Is
I'm
that
blanking.
Bruce Springsteen?
No, it's not. I thought you were gonna say Bruce Jenner.
I almost did.
Anyways,
Is that Jackson
reports.
Brown?
That is Jackson Brown. Yes.
Running on empty.
Uh, because you Googled it.
Of course I did.
Yes, you.
My
Uh,
brain is not working.
okay, nor is mine. Therefore, you cutting me off. Okay, hold on. Reports said that this is very much a casual, like get together situation. So they're definitely hanging and banging and just doing their thing. So okay,
Playing golf.
moving on.
Yeah. Oh, that's gotta be a blow for Donald Jr., huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
dad
the thing. I was see his
dad's
dad,
hanging out with his ex-wife's new boy. Man,
right? I was dying,
that's great.
dying. I needed the laugh this weekend.
Yeah, I
Um,
love it. Here, you
so
want to talk about a laugh?
this is okay. I
Holy shit. Shumpert's lawyer, it has to be in on it.
so that's my question here is are his lawyers this terrible or are her lawyers that great?
I'm gonna go with his lawyers are terrible.
Because this is
Nobody.
insanity.
If you didn't read, if nobody saw this story, this story honestly came out a little secrety. Like there wasn't a lot of news on this. Like I mean,
Right.
it's Iman Shumpert, so nobody really gives a shit about. Nobody's heard that name in a while,
It's been
right?
a while. He hasn't played in years.
No.
Last time he
So
played, he was for Brooklyn
yeah. So former NBA player for anybody who doesn't know. He he's got to have one of the worst lawyers ever
of all
because
time.
nobody would agree to this.
No, no. All right. So Ivan and his terrible lawyers. The divorce settlement for him and his ex-wife, Tiana Taylor, have come out, and this is some wild shit. So apparently, this was a lengthy legal proceeding which began in 2023, and according to multiple reports, under the settlement, Taylor will receive not only four properties, but also a seven-figure payout, a 300,000 Maybach, which is a luxury car brand that is part of Mercedes for us poor folks that don't know that life. A $70,000 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter and a tour bus. But
Yeah,
also
I don't
a
know what
tour
the tour
bus.
bus.
It's a tour bus. And also on top of that, he has to pay 8,000 a month in child support and pay for the private schooling of his two daughters.
Okay, so those properties that were talked about, it's four properties?
Four properties.
I
One of
think
them was the house in Georgia.
right. I think altogether it was $10 million worth of properties.
Yes.
Um, a seven-figure payout, which she has now four houses worth $10 million, a seven-figure payout, uh, a tour bus, a Maybach, a fucking Mercedes Sprinter, and $8,000 a month for for the kids. Plus, he has to pay for their school for the rest of their life. He's only made 48 million his entire NBA career. This this may be more money than he's
Well,
made. He's gonna have to sell his 2016 ring.
so she has her own career. She was a professional dancer. She owns a apparel company. She has made her own
What did he
life of
do
it.
to
So
piss her
that's
off?
my question. So she came into this union with him
Yeah.
still like she had her life, her monies, her things. Like she was very well off because she was successful in what she was doing. However, the question here is, what did he do? One, and two, is this the stuff from that she's built? And she's like, listen, I'm just taking what is mine, and we can write it up in the settlement
Oh, that's
like it's
actually,
I'm
yeah, that
like,
makes sense.
but you are responsible for the kids. So she could be like, listen, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, because here's the income statements. You've been retired for years. I've been the breadwinner. You know,
Yeah.
let's like that's the only other side of it that I could think is that like they bought these properties and both of their names are on it, but she had the funding to put it down.
Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Because she is definitely, I mean, I'm just looking at her creds here, and she's definitely more successful than, I mean, Shumpert played 10 plus years in the NBA. He's an NBA champion. 2016 Cleveland, he won with LeBron. But like he's not like the player. I mean, $48 million
Right.
in his career. It's not like he's kind of maybe a step up above journeyman. I mean, he played. I remember he
Yeah.
played for the Knicks. He played for Cleveland. He might have played for a couple other teams, but he's not. He wasn't anything special.
That was the only other scenario that I could think of in this case that
That actually makes a lot of sense.
to have that money paid out like that because that's kooky talk,
Yeah,
honestly. That's like fucking crazy. Unless he completely fucked around and found out, and she was like, well, I'm gonna take you through the ringer. But honestly, when you do the math based off of his career, and he's also keeping properties too. So like it's the actual mathematical breakdown is more than he had made in his entire NBA career.
right.
So when you look at it on a different level like that, I'm like, this makes more sense.
Yeah,
However, she could have still been like, going to just leave you with a shack so that you could take care of our kids when you have them on the weekends.
right.
But
And
that's the other thing too. Like she has to take into consideration his lifestyle because he also has to support for the kids and has to see the kids because of custody.
right. And actually, that makes more sense now when you're talking about like the tour bus. She's an artist, she did work with Kanye West, and
Yeah, she's
she
a
was on
dancer. She does all this stuff.
the Red album, My Dark Twisted Fantasy, I think.
Yeah, and
I think
she
that was the Red
was
album. And I think he was trying to start some kind of rap career, as NBA players do, and that makes sense with the tour bus. The car was probably already hers. Both cars were hers, and then so really he's just kind of paying child support and schooling, if you think about it.
right. And that's
Yeah.
what,
Right.
and I'm just guessing that they had to split up their assets,
Yeah.
split up their properties, and then when you get it and you see it as the public eye, and like the public eye wants to spin everything, and it is wild. So when we both read it first, we were like, this is crazy. So,
Yeah.
but when I sat down and was like trying to add shit, I was like, this mathematically makes no sense. But then I read more about her, and she has
Yeah. When I first read it, I had no in fact, up until this very moment, I had no idea who she was.
see, now
Yeah.
the more you know.
So this show is educational.
Every now and again we try.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows? She could have also raked him over the coals just for shits and giggles because
I
why
mean,
not?
$8,000 a month, it's $4,000 a kid. Plus, you got to pay for the school, so she doesn't really have to pay anything for their education. And I mean, I don't know how these kids live, but $4,000 a month per kid is a fuck ton of money. I mean,
Seriously, that's so much ramen. Oh,
oh God.
that'd be
I
a
mean,
dream.
I know a person that was only getting $122 a month from their baby daddy, and they had two kids together, and they she couldn't even buy ramen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess she should have married Shumpert. Well, you
Oh,
know what? She
sheesh.
probably divorced him for that fucking name. Oh,
Right,
Shumpert.
right. That's why she
Shumpert.
was like, I'm gonna keep my name.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my name, which
Yeah,
is Taylor.
Taylor.
Yes. I had to look it up. All right, stick with the NBA. What is this story that you are talking about? Because did I miss this one?
I
And do
think
I
you
know
did.
this Xavier Cooks?
So Xavier Cooks played in the NBA at one point in time. He's an Australian basketball player.
Okay.
Uh, had signed the biggest contract, and I'm gonna guess why he's in Australia now playing.
Hmm.
But he signed the biggest contract in Australian basketball and has been handed a 1 month provisional ban and a potential violation of anti-doping rules. The claims are that Cooks had tested positive for cocaine.
Oh. Oh,
So,
I thought it was just PEDs.
no, cocaine.
Wow.
So, my brain went, huh, I feel like that when he was down in like the G League or whatever in the NBA, he probably got nabbed with cocaine. And then he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to my home country and I'm gonna sign a big ass contract
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be fine because they don't have the same rules. And now here we are.
And there we are. They do have the
And
wow.
who
They do
knew?
have the same rules. What a
Who
thing.
knew? Who
I mean,
knew?
he's only played with the Wizards in 2023 for one season, and that was it. And then
Yeah,
called it a
called
time
it a day.
in the States.
Yep,
So
called it a day.
he got
Yeah,
nabbed.
he signed, so it's called the NBL
Yep.
there, and he signed a 1 million per season contract for 3 years.
Wow, and that's their highest contract.
That's their highest
Wow.
contract. So put that into perspective.
How different life is,
Seriously.
right? Jesus. All right, let's get into it so we can go take naps. Sarah, who is this week's biggest pickle?
This week's biggest pickle, Marcellus Wiley.
I only remember him from the Chargers.
Well, what's wild here is this is so, yeah, so long ago, and
Yeah.
he is far removed from the NFL now.
Yeah,
And
it's been multiple decades since he's played in the
yes,
NFL, right?
it's been a bit. A little
Okay.
wee bit. So yeah, he played for he's a former NFL defensive end. He played
Yep.
for the Bills, the Chargers, the Cowboys, the Jaguars. Played for all sorts of peoples.
Yeah, he's been around.
Um, yeah, well, clearly,
Yeah.
based
Mm.
off of the story.
Right. Mm.
Yeah. Um, so why is he the biggest pickle? Is that he is being accused of rape.
Mm. But not once,
Not once, but twice.
but twice.
Yeah, three
One is like,
times a lady.
two is like, whoa.
Yeah, let's get into this because I have some thoughts and feels,
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay.
So two more women have accused him during his playing days. So I was like two more. When I was reading everything, it just kept saying two more. So I'm guessing there are sealed something. There's some kind of allegations that have been made about him prior or whatnot. So I was trying to dig deeper and nothing was coming up. So I'm gonna have to go down a further rabbit hole, which we will because there's going to be more stuff about this coming out.
Right.
So women have accused him for during his playing days at Columbia University. Uh, this all has come to light in a new lawsuit. He is being accused for prior allegations and is accused of raping the women in his dorm room in 1994.
94.
1994. The first lawsuit was filed in New York Supreme Court under the Adult Survivors Act in November 2023. This once this was filed, Wiley quickly responded that the allegations were bullshit, and as of recent, there have been no comments from him or his legal team.
Wow.
So, the first victim, one of the victims, claims that the event took place on October 27th, 1994. And I'm not going to go into the detail. I was reading it and I was like, ugh, yup,
Yep.
uh-huh. And instantly I was like, I need some bleach for my eyes and body. Sprayed Lysol on my eyes.
I gotta drink this bleach.
Cleanse me. Ugh. So yes, she had originally reported this to a Columbia administrator who urged her not to file a criminal complaint because she would be known as the girl who destroyed a black man's NFL dream.
Huh. 94, huh? What a time.
What a time.
Now it's
This
like, destroy it.
destroy everybody, everything.
Yeah.
So the
Burn it all
second
down.
victim claims that she was assaulted a month later. And there is a lot to unpack here because she is saying that this transpired in her dorm room and that he didn't care and about her things and trashed her room
Hmm.
and then took her virginity. And I was like, okay. So he then was like, yeah, I fit the stereotypical big black man from Compton, and this is what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. But to me, after reading both complaints in the lawsuits, the the first victim was very like you could the whole thing actually like feels more real. Like the way that it played out, like we were hanging out, this and that, this is what transpired. For the second victim, I'm not here to victim shame, I'm just from
Right.
reading and having um a, a juror analysis on it. The second victim, it seems like she was just like, oh yeah, we he trashed my room and then yeah,
Oh,
come to
all
find
right.
out she had the second victim apparently had a boyfriend at the time too.
But why now? Why 31 years later?
So I'm gonna from okay, so from what I'm getting when I was reading the first victim, okay, it was something that it seemed like to me when I was reading it that there was a lot for this person to overcome, that this person
The
carried
the
it
first
with her,
person.
the first person, that the first victim was doing this for closure because she had gone to administration and she has
Okay, I get that. Yep.
carried this for her whole life and
Yep.
she was having difficulty moving on. And, that is what I gathered from the first victim. The second victim, I didn't feel that way. The second victim, I was kind of like, this seems like a ploy, but I'm not victim shaming and
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
doing any of
No, I
that.
I
I'm
get that.
just going off of what I'm reading and looking at it as the lens of someone who would be selected on a jury and needing to read all the things and hear all the things.
Now, I wonder if the
Um,
two women know
know
or
each
knew
other.
each other.
I don't know.
I mean,
And
that just sounds that it sounds like I I would
it's
hope they did because it's like I you know I have to for for my own peace of mind I have to expose Wiley from what he did to me 30 years ago, and the other woman's like, oh yeah shit, yeah, I should do that too. Like, I don't think she's excuse me, I don't think that she's lying per se.
no,
I think
but
that her thing isn't as um probably isn't as crazy as the first one.
yeah, the
You know?
first one, if you go and read it, you can you feel just bleh,
Yeah.
like you feel
Right.
gross. And she even like the way that she was able to recall the things that he was saying to her during the act. And it's like, yeah, that shit, you carry that shit as a victim. And it's now time to like get the closure for her. And that's how I read her complaint.
Yeah.
I was like,
I can agree with that.
Lysol,
And
Lysol in my
and
eyes.
obviously, like, it's not about money, it's about justice. I
Yes.
mean, what are you gonna get out of Wiley? He's got no fucking money,
No, and
you
that's
know?
the thing. I think it's more for the closure aspect of
Yeah.
things for them to be able to move on. Because we also don't know. It could be something that, this is Columbia University. This is an Ivy League school. This is
Right.
like pride and pristine. So we also don't know that what the outcome for the victims' lives were, whether they had, internalized and shut down or spiraled out of control and become mischievous and were kicked out of the university, or, the other side that they just, you know, married somebody and have gone through a lifetime of abuse because this is what their self-worth is. So we don't know the outcome of them, but as a victim, it tends to be, you search and search and search for closure so that you can breathe and feel free of
Also,
that burden.
who knows of her, like, maybe she's sick. Maybe she's dying, and maybe
Yeah,
this will close a book on her, like, close
that
her
chapter.
that chapter of her life. Be like, I need to get this done before I die. I mean,
Yeah,
who
we
knows?
don't we don't know, but I'm sure we will find out more as it comes across the desk because this is still relatively new information.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Well, all right. Well, I think that'll do it here for us at In a Pickle.
Yep, I
Thank
need more
you,
bleach.
everybody, for listening. Go over to iapradio.com and check out all of our social media accounts. Like, follow, subscribe, share, and rate the podcast on anywhere that you listen to it. Boost us up the charts. We would love the help and support that you so much give us all the time. Sarah, thank you for dealing with me today.
Yay,
It's, it's been a time. I will be much better next week when we record on, check my calendar, 8 p.m. on Tuesday. See, I wrote it in the calendar, so it's there.
there it is.
What else we got? You want to check out a bunch of podcasts, go over to MaydayMediaNetwork.com and support all the podcasts on the Mayday Network. If you want to join the network, go there and write a little letter. Tell us that you want to join.
Tell us
And you
your
want to
thoughts
email
and
the
feelings.
show in a pickpod, pickpod247@gmail.com. You can tell us a bunch of shit. Tell us to shut up. Tell us to keep going. But we really want your rates and reviews so we can get boosted on those Spotify and Apple iTunes. But the other day we were trending in the Philippines. I don't know if you paid for
Nice.
that. But yeah, we had a lot of hits coming from that part of the world. So thank you. If I could say it in Filipino, I would, but I don't know. So you can always follow Sarah at Daddy-O Sports Cards on the Instagram and check out her other podcast, Generation Mixtape, at gmtpod.com. And
.com.
remember that commercial? .com.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sarah, you got anything else?
No, I got nothing.
All right, I gotta go to bed. For Sarah Ray Talic, I'm Dave Hogan. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, you're doing a little
K-pop.
K-pop part. Yeah, I can't even.
You need to just go walk into traffic. Do
I
us
would
all a
love
favor.
to.
Do yourself a favor. Do
I
it.
would.
Just do it.
I think maybe one or two people might miss me on this show. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Somebody else will just take you can do the show with Joe.
This has been a Mayday Media production.